Microloft is my new favorite word. Wanderlust. So Jennifer Aniston and Paul Rudd play this New York couple. They're happy together for the most part, but they're having some money issues. And this results in them having to leave the city and move away all the way down south to Atlanta to live with Paul Rudd's douchey, slightly racist brother played by Ken Marino. But on the way there, they decide to stop at what they think is a bed and breakfast, but it turns out to be a hippie commune. At first, they're like, we need to get out of here, but eventually they give in and decide to stick around and give the life a chance. It has its benefits, like money isn't an issue, and everyone is nice to each other, but also has its faults, such as like the lack of privacy, as Paul Rudd finds out as he finds himself in a situation where two people are sitting in front of him while he's trying to take a crap. And what I liked about this movie is, it's not one joke. They're not like, they're hippies, get it? Like, the supporting characters aren't super developed, but you can certainly distinguish their personalities from one another. This is a pretty well-written comedy. I mean, like, a decent amount of this was clearly improv, but still, the whole cast. And I mean, every single character is given something funny to do. And these people are just having fun, playing off each other, and they get some really good supporting players. And these are usually some of the same people that you see in all David Wayne movies, but they're really at the top of their game here. Like, the circle of truth scene in the movie, like, I'm still laughing. I am still laughing at that. But in addition to those usuals, you get Malin Ankerman, who's going around looking hot and trying to convince Paul Rudd to sleep with her. You have Justin Theroux, or Thoreau, or no idea how to pronounce his last name, who's like that zany guy that everyone looks up to, but he's kind of trying to hook up with Jennifer Aniston. And then you have Alan Alda, and wow, he was great in this. Like, they give him this one joke in the movie. He does it the first time, not that funny. He does it the second time, it's even funnier. He does it again, even funnier, and he does it a fourth time, it's hilarious. Like, that's why I'm able to compliment the writing so much, because that kind of thing is not easy to do, and they picked a wonderful actor to do it. The leads were great, of course. Paul Rudd was great. That goes without saying, especially for that mirror scene. And I'm glad they let Jennifer Aniston be funny. Like, she's not there to be the girl. Like, no, they give her lines. They give her great gestures. Like, there's this thing that she does during a scene where she's drinking a mimosa. It was just like a little gesture, but it had me laughing. But at the same time, it was one of those things that if you were to blink, you would have missed it. So I really liked Jennifer Aniston's comedic timing in this movie. I am saying this is a good comedy, but I'm not going to call it a laugh riot. There is the occasional joke that we'll miss, but it was because I was having so much fun. That's what kept me through the movie, even if there was like the occasional moment where I wasn't laughing. I do have one complaint with the movie, and it was kind of how they resolved the whole free love issue, and I'm glad the movie went there. And Justin Theroux had like this great line when they set up that situation that was like a total screw you to Paul Rudd, which I found hilarious, but I didn't like how they resolved that part of the story, because like it ends up with like a character just going, well, if you had said such and such, then maybe that wouldn't have happened, so don't blame me. And then that's kind of just it. So it wasn't really like a big deal, but it did kind of bug me a bit. All in all, though, this was a solid comedy. The cast was game. Most of the jokes were clever. Like, it wasn't just like gross out jokes. Like, there are a lot of gross out jokes, but there are also like clever written lines that I loved. And David Wayne does this thing behind camera. Overall, Wanderlust is totally worth seeing in theaters, and if it helps, I'll even say I liked it better than Role Models. But I still have no idea why it's called Wanderlust. Like, it's mentioned in the movie, but not until the very end, and they don't even mention where they got the name from. But that's just a nitpick, so it's no big deal. If you like this review and you want to see more, please subscribe by clicking that button, and I'd really appreciate it. And feel free to comment and tell me your thoughts on the movie.